Are you looking for an exciting and positive employment opportunity with a great company? Dublin-Lawrence County Development Authority encourages applicants for customer service representatives to apply online for a prospective new company interested in locating in Dublin. Applicants are candidates for 300 jobs contingent on Lawrence and surrounding counties' ability to provide a pool of applicants showing we have the manpower to handle these jobs. It's important we show prospective employees for these jobs. Complete your career interest survey by logging on to dlcda.com. Look under News for your application. Share this link and information with your friends, family, and connections throughout Middle Georgia. And thanks in advance from Dublin-Lawrence County Development Authority.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Real Talk here on TV 35. And we are here on the campus of the West Lawrence Raiders, and we are celebrating the King with us, Mr. Nolan Daniels. Congratulations to you, signing a scholarship here to Tallahassee Community College. Congratulations to you, Nolan.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Now, what are your feelings right now? What are you feeling?
Just excited to finally be done with all the process of finding somewhere to go.
And you know, you've worked so hard throughout your career. And of course, who can tell it best than his coaches to my left and to my right? Coach Pollock, tell us about this fellow right here and your experience working with him through the years.
Well, I've had the privilege of working with Nolan the last 3 years. So it's, you know, it's a guy that comes to the ball field every day and works hard. You can tell he's worked hard for several years, you know, way before we got him. So when we got him, it was, you know, it's always a joy. You know, you tell him to do something, he does everything he can, just like you want it to, or he's going to try his best to do it that way. So
that's good. And when you first saw Nolan on that field, did you already see something in him that you knew that he was going to go further?
He's a big old boy.
He is.
So that was the first thing I saw. So we always let him get off the bus first because it looks good coming.
Is that
right? Yes, you know, he came in and, you know, as a ninth grader, ended up starting for us and played a lot. And I think, you know, we really knew there was something special after, I think, the playoff game at Thomas County when I think he threw like a two-hitter or something. We got beat, but it wasn't because of the way he threw the ball.
His stats were still solid.
Yes, ma'am. I mean, we should have won that game.
All right. Now, Coach Brown.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, listen, we know that you're never a man short of words. Share with us about your experience when you first met Nolan and the years that you've been coaching him and how you've seen him change and grow, not just as not just as a player, but as a person.
Well, I can think from the first time he came up to the high school, we've always looked up to him. Like Coach Pollock said, he's a big boy. But we have just been honored to have him, you know, with us at West Lawrence. He's just a great example on the field and off the field of what you want in a player. He's a prime example of a student athlete. He not only does he work hard on the field, but in the classroom with his friends. He has great relationships with everybody. I mean, there's one reason why he's the king, because everybody.
Hail to the king. And you know, Nolan, and when you hear your coaches talk about you like this, tell us about you, like when you first started, where you were and where you've seen yourself improve.
I messed up.
That's all right. That's all right. I mean, this is, you know, I know that you're kind of really having to reflect on yourself.
Yes,
you're really having to think about your career, not just professionally, but you've touched so many lives, Nolan.
Yes, ma'am.
You've touched the lives of your coaches, you've touched the lives of your peers, and of course your family. They've seen you from when you first started out.
Yes,
all right. And so kind of do an assessment of yourself, of how you saw yourself initially and where you are today. How were you? You know, I mean, were you one of those little kids? I mean, of course, they see your size.
Yes, ma'am.
That's the first thing that they see. But, you know, there's more to you than that.
Yes, ma'am. I just come and try to set an example for other people and try to just do as I've been told and just.
I know. It's emotional. You're good, man. You're good. Because, I mean, coaches, you got a star on your hands here. You still yet have this, you know, and when he finds it difficult to even put into words about himself, you know you got a superstar, someone who's humble, you know. And so when you're coaching someone like this, what things do you definitely work on with him to push him to that next level?
You know, there's always, you know, we look at games and there's always things to work on. And Nolan he's never been a guy who thought that he was, I guess, so to speak, there, you know. He's never come and told us, you know, I don't need to work on that, coach. You know, he does a lot of things good, but I think he's a smart enough kid, just like we talked about in the classroom, where he knows that he's still got things to work on. And he's always been very receptive to anything we've ever told him to do.
Yeah.
You know, we need to work on this, yes, sir, and you'll see him over there working on it. And
Yes.
it may not be perfect every
Right.
time, but he's working his tail off trying to get to do what you ask him to do. So it's really good to when your best players are your leaders, you know, that usually that bodes well for a good team, and that's kind of what we've had.
And, you know, the fact that he's willing to work on it, you know, he doesn't have that chip on his shoulder because, you know, you have some players, when you try to coach them, they're really uncoachable.
Yeah.
Uncoachable. Coach Brown, brag on him a little bit, you know, because we know he's a little bit, you know, a little bit emotional. Brag on him a little bit about some of the accolades and things that he's accomplished within his career.
Well, Nolan is always, all of his success, he always points towards the team.
Yeah.
You know, he's a huge team player. He's been Pitcher of the Year for our region his sophomore year and junior year. I mean, just amazing. What a feat. You know, and once again, he don't brag on himself. I mean, the wins, I mean, all the games that he's been on the mound, you know, that defense behind him has supported him tremendously. You know, and that's what I love about him, is he's such a team player, and he wants other people to get the glory, you know, of our wins and all that stuff. And he's just a great young man.
Yeah. And Nolan, you know, say something about, you know, them and your relationship with them as coaches, and in what ways that's helped you.
Yes, they just really helped me learn how to be a leader and work as a team with everyone, and really just be a leader. And
Very good. Now listen, coaches, we appreciate you guys so much. We thank you for how you are training these young men to be leaders on and off the field. Thank you for how you pour into them each and every day, whether it's in season or out of season. It's something that he'll always take with him.
Yes, ma'am.
All right? Coach Pollock and Coach Brown, thank you.
Thank you.
At Farmers State Bank, we believe leadership is the ability to help others solve problems. So we come to work every day with a common goal in mind, to help you succeed. Farmers State Bank is proud to be a leader in our community, providing banking services to businesses and individuals just like yours for generations. Farmers State Bank, your personal banker, with locations on Veterans and Hillcrest in Dublin and on Birch Street in Cadwell. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Farmers State Bank, a leader in the community.
I'm Ryan. I'm Nolan's father, and this is something he's worked for all his life, and we're looking forward to it, and really looking forward to him continuing his career in college athletics, and really looking forward to his senior year here at West Lawrence.
I'm Becky Daniel. I'm Nolan's stepmom, and extremely proud also of everything that he's done with his athletic career so far, not only with athletics, but he is an amazing young man, and we're very proud.
I'm Jerry Lumley. I'm Nolan's uncle, and I can't begin to tell you how proud I am. We're here today because of just some incredible hard work by an excellent young man. But also, we're here today because of some great parenting that he's had, mom and dad, in addition to the other people who've been there for Nolan from the beginning. Nolan, we're proud of you. We look forward to your career continuing, and there's nothing but good things ahead of you.
And I'm Jan Lumley. I'm Nolan's Nana. And I knew from the day that he was born he was going to do big things. He was that perfect little baby boy. And I'm very proud of him, love him with all of my heart. Wouldn't take anything else in the world for you, Nolan. We're good things.
I'm Brian Brown. I'm Nolan's head baseball coach here at West Lawrence. And I'm just very proud of him for all that he's accomplished. most importantly, this past year, his relationship with Christ. He accepted the Lord as his Savior, and I'm just so thankful for him not only being a great player, but a good friend. And I just wish him all the best, and thank you for all your hard work and the example that you set for us here at West Lawrence.
I'm Dalton Daniel. I'm Nolan's brother, and I'm really proud of him. I've been with him through countless years of baseball, just traveling here and there. I just want to let him know how proud I am.
I'm Ken Paget, Nolan's oldest brother, and I'm just really proud of him and can't wait to see what's next.
I'm Ryan Paget. I'm Nolan's older brother as well. Watching him grow up and play ball in the yard, it was always fun, and you just knew something bigger was coming. Can't wait to see what it is.
I'm Jody Pollock. Had the privilege of coaching Nolan here for the past 3 years, and looking forward to one more with him. Just want to say congratulations. Not ready for you to leave, but we're always proud to see our guys go on and do big things, and just be a positive influence out there from everything that you've done. So just congratulations, buddy.
My name is Ganneberg. I'm one of Nolan's best friends, and I'm beyond proud of him. And he's always pushed me to be a better baseball player, and I can't wait to see what's next.
I'm Jacob Floyd. I'm another one of his best friends and teammates. I'm very proud of him. I can't wait for this next season.
I'm Britt Lord, Nolan's stepdad, and we're just very proud of him and just wish him the best and whatever, wherever this takes him. Hope him well.
I'm Nadia Daniel, his mother. I'm very proud of him.
All right, we've got Nolan's parents with us, and we're going to let them share a little bit. This has really been a little bit on the emotional side, would you say, Mom? I mean, when you Dad, yeah, you included. But, this can be a very emotional time, I think, for family, when you've kind of been there with that child through the years, and if you can remember the times when they first started, playing a particular sport, and you've seen them grow through the years. So that's where that emotion comes in. And now the fact that he's about to kind of go off to college. So, Mom, what are your thoughts right now about your baby boy?
I'm really sad.
Yeah? Tell us. Go ahead.
It's really emotional for me, too. I just think of him as a little boy still.
Yeah. And he's always going to be your little boy. But this is that time now. Here it is, they're transitioning. Everything that you all have taught them, the things that you've instilled within them, now it's time. Now it's time. Dad, what are your thoughts right now? This is your baby boy. He's kind of a big boy, and of course he's, like you say, he's gotten everything from you.
Most everything. He's had good coaches. Yeah. And it's just kind of the culmination of just a lot of hard work, a lot of travel.
And when you could, and as a mom of children that are athletes, being a soccer mom, starting at 4 years old. Nolan, how old were you when you first started playing sports?
I started playing when I was about 4 years old as well.
4 years old. Nolan, were you any good as a pre-K?
I was all right.
You had to grow into it, right? And so here you are. Man, this is huge.
Yes, ma'am.
You're about to, after this year, you're going to start college. Have you mentally prepared yourself for this?
No, ma'am, I don't think I have yet. I'm still trying to.
And talking to a lot of kids, it's kind of like that thing where you really have to be prepared. I remember, when I first, got my scholarship to play basketball, I'm thinking, yes, I'm moving away from home. I'm going to make my own rules. You see what I'm saying, right? I'm growing up. Yeah. I still went home, had to take my laundry, get it. But it's like, it's a growing up time for you.
Yes, ma'am.
The hard work that you've poured into the sport that you love so much, you're going to need to even do more. And so I think mentally you have to be prepared for that too. And as parents, Mama, Tallahassee, you're going to be on the road, aren't you?
Oh, yes. I am.
And so what is it that you're probably most excited about for Nolan?
Meet new people and I guess growing up,
And what are you most concerned about with him?
being so far away
Yeah.
and needing us.
Yeah. You know he's going to always need you.
I know.
And Dad, what is it about Nolan and his character that you feel that you all have instilled within him that's going to help sustain him for his college years, playing as an athlete, and then even after that?
I think just like his coaches mentioned earlier, just being humble, having that success. And I'm just excited to see him, to have a chance to play at the next level. We have some connections that got him kind of everybody's connected in the baseball world. And, his Brian Millett has coached him in travel ball for since he was 11, I think. And, the baseball world is just real connected. And, just all this happening like this, it's emotional, but it's a very exciting time. I'm looking forward to it and looking forward to the road trips down to Tallahassee.
That's right. Now, Nolan, what message do you want to give to your parents about all the years that you've been afforded the opportunity to play sports? Because it's been, when you put it down on paper, time, money, sacrifices, it's been a lot for you to be able to do what you do. Any words you'd like to give to them?
Yes, ma'am. I'd just like to thank them for always pushing me to do better and get better, and I want to thank them for taking me to all my games and my practices and just always being there for me.
You've heard it on television, Mama, Dad, that he appreciates it. Yep. And, we appreciate you. We appreciate you for how you've sacrificed and how you've been there for your kids so that they could do what they do. Okay, and we talk a lot about parents. We talk a lot about parents and the support system that students need from families to be able to do what they do and to do what they love, and to do it well. And so, Mom and Dad, our hats are off to you. Thank you so much. Any other words, Mama? You good?
I just love them. I just love them.
She just loves you, Dad.
Just wish them well, and we can't forget that we still have the senior season too. That's right. Here at West Lawrence High School. We're looking forward to that and having another big year and leaving his mark on the program.
There you go. All right. You're going to finish this year out strong, son.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you, parents. Appreciate you guys very much.
Hello, I'm Darren Keene with Clements & Keene Insurance. And regardless of what you may have read or heard in the news, the Affordable Care Act is still on the books. Every American citizen is required to have health insurance. Please give us a call at 272-8019 and let us help you navigate through the process. Clements & Keene Insurance, 272-8019.
This has been such a wonderful day, getting the opportunity to meet Nolan's family, to chat with some of his friends and his coaches, and of course now we've got one of his best friends here with us, and of course a former coach. How you doing, Coach Green?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Doing well. So you're a Falcon. You've come over back to the west side just for today.
I crossed the river.
You crossed the river. Why don't you share with us a little bit about your time that you've shared with Nolan as his coach and what your assessment has been with him as an athlete?
Yes, ma'am. Well, I only got to coach Nolan for a year. I wish I could have got more. And that's one of the reasons I even thought about not even going across the river at East Lawrence, because of these two guys right here and how wonderful they are, especially Nolan here. Obviously, he's a special kid, a special athlete. He's very modest. Sometimes I'd even try to fire him up more in that, right, Nolan? He'd be sitting there and be like, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. And I'm like, dude, get mad. Come on, let's go. But, yeah, it was a pleasure coaching him, and it made my decision a lot harder, but I had to go, and full-time job, so I had to leave, but it really hurt me because, again, I went to school here, so and I miss those guys every day.
Wow.
Still try to keep in touch.
Still trying to keep in touch. Now, Nolan, what do you have to say about this coach right here to my left?
Yeah, he really did try to get me more fired up and show me how to be more of a leader, and he helped me with the pitching last year, and it was great to have him.
Now, do you ever get fired up?
Every now and then, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, every blue moon?
It takes the right moment.
He will now.
Say that again.
He will now if it takes the right moment.
Right.
So there's been a couple of times we got fired up together now.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So the right atmosphere, the right situation, and it's going to be a whole different person that we're going to see, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Floyd, share with us.
Well, I've known, like you said earlier, me and Nolan have been best friends for about as long as I can remember. This is probably our last year playing together. I'm going to miss every single moment of it. Pitching duo, I'm going to miss it.
What have you liked most about like your relationship as athletes and as friends? What have you seen change through the years of how you matured in areas?
Well, like I've ever since I started playing baseball, I've been playing with Nolan, so we've came a long way as players. He's gotten a lot better. I've gotten a lot better. And like I said earlier, I just can't wait. Whenever it ends, it's going to be sad.
Oh, yeah. What about this guy right here?
Yeah, we've known each other a long time, and it's going to be sad leaving everybody.
Yeah.
But
And
I'm just
I know. Go ahead. Go ahead. You're good.
I'm just excited to have one more year though with him.
Yeah. So you've got one more year to be able to leave your mark. And you know, we always look to see where the older students, the upperclassmen, where they are as leaders, you know, and the mentorship. What type skills do you possess that helps you and makes you be the leader that your team looks up to?
I just try to lead by example and hustle everywhere I go. Just let people know that you want to be out there.
Yeah. Have you always had that good work ethic?
Yes, ma'am, I have, as long as I can remember.
Very good. Now, listen, Coach, what kind of last words do you want to leave with Nolan? Because he's taken a huge step. He's taken a step that a lot of athletes, high school athletes, look to obtain, look to go. What words do you want to give to him just to kind of help push him?
Really, the only thing I have to say is just keep doing what you're doing, man. That he comes up, shows up to work every day. He's on time. He's very coachable. I never have to say anything to Nolan. Like, he was always doing his job, and he would always try to put in extra. Like, even after practice, he's done everything that you've asked of him to do, and he wants more. And that's going to take him not only further in baseball, but in life. Always strive for perfection, as close as you can get.
Very nice. All right, Mr. Floyd, what words do you have to leave with your colleague here?
I just want to tell him to keep working hard. There's the roof. He's got a high. He's big things in the future for him. Wish him nothing but the best. And like I said earlier, I'm just going to miss him.
There you go. The sky's the limit, Mr. Nolan Daniel.
Yes, ma'am.
You've heard it from Mr. Floyd and Coach Green. Thank you guys for sharing with us. Thank you for all that you're doing, that you've done here on the west side and what you're yet doing on the east side. We appreciate you.
Hope I can have that success over there.
Absolutely. Got a great bunch over there as well. All right, Mr. Floyd, we look forward to seeing you out there too.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. Thanks, guys. All right, now the last two we've got here with us that are going to share about Nolan comes from a very personal space here. We've got his brother with us. How are you, Dalton?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing very well. Now, Dalton, you got an opportunity just to kind of share a little bit about how proud you are of your brother. If you kind of share with us about your relationship with him and, of course, through the years, and now here he is signing a scholarship to go play college.
Well, we're actually really close. I think one of my favorite baseball memories with him is we were in the front yard throwing the baseball and we hit the bathroom window. To this day, we still don't know whose fault it was, but I still tell Mom and Dad it was his fault.
Wow, wow. Now, how far apart are you two in age?
15 months.
15 months. Way to go, Mom and Dad. Now, so you got other brothers, right? Other siblings?
Yes, ma'am.
And what are the age differences? What are the ages?
Oh, there's about 12 years and then 6 years.
Wow.
And then 15 months.
So all brothers?
And I have a little sister as
We have a
well.
little sister, too.
Very good. And so you've got a very big family. And so you've got your brother here. Tell us about how important that support system is from your siblings.
Yes, I'm just always having them there with me and being able to push me and make sure I'm doing the right thing.
Dalton, are you an athlete as well?
I play football, but I've actually had some struggles with my knee. I've had a couple surgeries, but I'm trying to get back right and play football again.
And what grade are you in?
10th.
10th grade. And you've got to take care of those knee injuries. I mean, you've got to really make sure that you're doing the rehab that you need to. I've got a knee injury right here from my senior year in high school, and you talking about I'm still having to deal with things like that. So you want to make sure that you rehab and do what you need to do and be smart so that you can continue to play something that you love, right? All right, now we've got the Godfather with me to my left, Eric Allen. Eric, how are you doing? I mean, because look at this fella right here.
Oh yeah, I'm doing great. I'm just glad to be able to come out here and support him on a special day like this.
Yeah. And what kind of feeling does it give to you? Because you've got everybody here sharing about, you know, how he's affected their lives. and how it seems like you all are changed. Like he's changed your life just by who he is. Tell us about your relationship with him.
Well, like I say, I've been around ever since he was born. So, you know, as you heard earlier, his dad likes to take a lot of the credit as far as the athletic ability and all. But he actually grew up watching me and his dad play softball. He was literally in diapers at the ball field watching us. So I like to think, you know, him watching me, I set the foundation.
Right.
You know, so because he had the opportunity to watch me play.
So there was a visual transplant.
Yes, ma'am.
From him watching you.
Right.
In his younger years.
Yes, ma'am.
So that supersedes anything genetically.
Probably.
Wow, there's a reason why you're the godfather.
Right.
There's a reason why. And so, Nolan, I mean, you hear this. I mean, you got everybody taking credit for who you are. Everybody. I think I'm gonna take a little credit, but you've got everybody here that you can tell they're proud of you.
Yes, ma'am.
You can tell, like the ones who've seen you grow up, who's seen you when you were that little kid in diapers watching your dad and your godfather, you know, play a sport that they love.
Yes, ma'am.
And so what is it that even gave you a desire to want to play?
I guess just being around them, play all the time and going to all the softball tournaments and hanging out with them, it just made me want to do it, and I enjoyed doing it.
And in your career thus far, what has been the most rewarding for you? Like any memories that have stood out with you? I don't care from when you first started to where you are now. What memories have stood out to you?
Probably just going to baseball trips and having my brother and just having him with me and hanging out with everybody on the road trips. It's been
road trips, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Road trips. And so you're about to take a road trip.
Yes,
after
ma'am.
this season. I mean, you're going to hit the road going down south, you know. And so, you know, Dalton, you talk about the relationship that you've had with your brother and the things that you all have gotten to do together. How do you feel about him now having to, you know, after this year, moving away to play?
I'm going to miss him, but I'm sure he won't be able to stay gone too long. I'm sure I'll be getting calls very frequently asking how to cook something, how to do this, how to do that.
Okay, so you have taught him as well. So there's things about.
I mean, if we're gonna take credit, I think ever since I was able to put a glove on my hand, he was throwing at me. So I think I should get at least a little bit of credit for it.
We'll give it to you. So you take credit for just his ability to catch, to throw, to cook.
I think he's a pitcher, but he's hitting pretty good too, and I was always his target hitting.
Did he hit you with?
I remember we used to have a little car sitting in the yard, and we got one of them little Braves souvenir bats, and went out there and dinged it up pretty good. So I think I've had a little bit of help with that hitting and pitching.
Now, Nolan, everybody, wow, I mean, your Nana's going to take credit for something. I mean, she's got to take credit for something. I mean, you hear this, Nolan.
Yes, ma'am.
You hear how your brother's talking. You hear how your godfather's talking. You've heard your mom, your dad, the coaches, your friends. You're hearing all of these things that they're saying about you. This has been kind of emotional for you, would you say?
Yes, I was very emotional, actually.
And this is a special time for you. This is a special time for your family, the godfather, everything that he's poured into you, your brother, the relationships you've had with your family. This is a time that everyone in your life is being affected and going to be changed for the better.
Yes, ma'am.
Are there any last words that you want to share with the people out there about this momentous occasion for you?
Yeah, I just want to thank God and thank everybody for helping me get to where I am.
Thank you. All right, well, that's all the time we have. Are you good, Godfather?
I'm good.
Dalton?
I think I'm good.
You're good. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a special day where Nolan Daniels has signed with Tallahassee Community College, the Eagles. He's going to finish out this year strong here with the West Lawrence Raiders, and then after that, he's changing to blue and gold, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, we're so proud of you as a community, Nolan. We know that you're going to continue to do great things, continue to touch the lives of so many people. All right, we love you and we're proud of you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank y'all.
All right, hail to the king, ladies and gentlemen, Nolan Daniel.
When When this last storm came through, I think it was Sandy, we were out for 7 or 8 days, and we were the only ones with power. When the power goes out, there's probably about a 6 or 8 second delay, and then we get a staged recovery. It takes less than a minute, but everything's on within a minute. The furnace is running, the lights are on, the TV's on, the washer, the dryer, the oven, everything. To me, this generator has paid for itself several times. If I lost power right now, these pipes could very easily freeze in probably a day or two, and that would cause significant damage. And maybe insurance would cover it once, but I really don't want to go through having my walls torn out and the pipes replaced. My family's going to be safe and secure in my house because of this generator. That gives you that feeling of security that, to me, is priceless.
Would you like the peace and security starting today? Then call the City of Dublin Natural Gas. The City of Dublin Natural Gas, the smart choice.